Hey guys, today I'm reviewing Godspeed You Black Emperor Yanqui U.X.O. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're gonna go with that. So Yanqui whatever is Godspeed You Black Emperor's third studio album. This is the one that people online mark as the beginning of the end. This is because F sharp, A sharp, Infinity, and Lift Your Skinny Fist to Heaven, or like into whatever, you know the fucking album, are considered like God's tier amazing albums, and then this one's considered not bad, but kind of fell off a bit. Now, what do I think of the album? Well, the thing is that the album is definitely missing some of the components you expect to hear from Godspeed after listening to the first two albums they've released. Now, the structure is the same. We got like an hour and 20-minute album. You know, we got like 5-ish songs. Each song's like 20 minutes. I think there's like two 10-minute songs. We technically have 3 songs. There's the first one, which is 09, 15, 00, and then there's that song Continued. And then there's Rocket Fall on Rocket Falls, which is a 20-minute song. But most people, including myself, believe to be the highlight of the album, Motherfucker Equals Redeemer. That song is pretty fucking incredible and honestly one of my favorite Godspeed songs. Now, the intro and the first 2 tracks technically are pretty good, but you're starting to see that it's Godspeed. I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like Godspeed's good moments, and that's about it. There is obviously, the main thing is that there's no field recordings. There's no audio files or any of that shit put on. So I will say, coming into it, it felt a bit empty. I still feel like during these slow moments, it really would have been interesting to see a field recording or 2 in here. But without them, it does feel a bit more streamlined. My issue with Rocket Falls on Rocket Falls or whatever is it's kind of boring. It's interesting and it has sort of like a different drum from a lot of the rest of the songs, and it takes up a bit too much time. I just really wish it was shorter and more concise, and I feel like it fit into the album a lot better. Now, I will say the final track, Motherfucker Equals Redeemer, and you know, Motherfucker Equals Redeemer, and Motherfucker Equals Redeemer Continued is pretty incredible, and it might be one of my favorite Godspeed songs. It has that same sense of fear, this anxiety, this sort of triumph, and that's why I like Godspeed. And while the rest of the album kind of succeeds in this, I think this song succeeds in it fucking amazingly. Also, the Continued being the outro on this album is maybe my favorite Godspeed outro I've heard so far. I think this outro is really, really good. And Motherfucker Equals Redeemer Continued is my favorite song on the album. And overall, I think this album is actually pretty good. My issue is that there's just parts of this album that completely outshine other parts of this album. And because of the lack of field recordings, which I don't find to be a huge issue, but when there's these low points throughout the album, especially on the middle track, Rocket Fall on Rocket Falls, the low points don't feel interesting. They don't feel substantial. But I'm going to be giving Yanqui U.X.O by Godspeed Black Emperor a 8 out of 10. So that's my thoughts on the album. Do you like the album? Do you not like the album? Tell me in the comments, or say anything else in the comments either. You know, I don't really care. Have a good day, and thank you for watching. I can't put, I don't know what to put